Good morning and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Monday, day 31 in the construction built out at Villa FELIZ. And yesterday, as you know, was Sunday. It was my day to relax. And I produced a short video yesterday so that my wife could kind of keep an eye on what I was doing on my lazy Sunday. And I titled it For My Wife's Eyes Only. So either I have many wives out there, or there's a lot of curious people. So let's say, for the sake of argument, we're going to say there's many curious people, because I don't want my wife sicking the law team on me. So anyway, I'm going to go give Dog a quick treat, and then I want to head out to the build site today, because today I think we're finishing up all the columns. We still have 5 more columns to complete a concrete pour. I think we might have a little bit of digging for some of the drainage for the basement to avoid the flooding. So I want to see how they're approaching some of that. So anyway, you hear who's calling me over my shoulder. Let me take care of Dog, and then we'll head out to the site. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Morning, Roy.
Hi.
Morning, Michelle. How are you today? I have my did you see?
Yeah.
Oh, the birthday party. The birthday. Yeah, Basil's birthday party and the graduation yesterday. It was a very long night, and then karaoke all night long next door. Morning. Good morning. How are you today?
Morning, fine.
Hi, Tess. How are you today?
Fine.
I don't even need to ask, right?
You go there in the last night?
I did. I didn't see you last night.
We go there and...
You met later. I think you came after I left. Yeah. So, yeah, and then I was at Basil's birthday party for a little bit, and then the graduation for a little bit also. So.
You sing? You sing there?
I did.
I heard you sing Tom Jones.
Did two songs. They made me sing 2 songs.
I have fried fish and chicken with coconut milk.
The chicken with coconut milk.
You
Yeah.
want to taste that?
Ginatang manok.
I think one of each. What kind of fish? Is it the
Fried fish like this, fried.
that one? Oh, I like that one.
I have
Yeah.
also milk.
Anyway you make it. So 1 fish and then the
Ginatang manok.
yes,
Chicken with coconut milk.
the one with coconut milk. Yeah. So I have a fish and I have the other one, and I can make some rice up tonight. Okay. All right. Well, I'm late for work, so I got to go out there. Hi, May. How are you? You hiding over there? Are you cooking?
No.
Is she your assistant today? Okay. I'll see everybody later. Have a wonderful day. Good morning. How are you today? You have
Good,
where's all your chips? Oh, you have some chips.
Alibaba.
Alibaba, give me an Alibaba. Here, an Alibaba corn chip. That's a good one. And Oishi, and an Oishi. Okay.
14 pesos.
14 pesos. I don't know if I have 14 in change.
Going to birthday.
Oh, there's 4, so you can take the 4. And let me see if I have I don't have a 10. I got pandas. Oh, I went to the birthday party last night. Did you hear? You didn't hear me singing, did you?
Yeah.
No? You heard me singing?
Dance with
Not so good. Maybe no more karaoke after I sang last night. Okay, salamat. Have a wonderful day. Good morning. What's up, boys? Hey, it's Monday. Why aren't you in school? Is it not? Don't you have school today? No school? No?
No.
Good morning.
Hi, James.
Hi. I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good morning. So anyway, I am in the development. You should have seen, there were so many people that I passed on the way coming in. I didn't have the camera out, but if you managed to watch last night's my Sunday taking it easy video, there was a couple of events. When I came home, I got pulled left and right for two big events that were going on inside the little town of Anulau, and that was a birthday party of my friend Basil, and also my landlord, one of her family members, was having a graduation, and it was a graduation from a college of I think it was forensics studies or something like that, and he's like maybe going to work in the police field or something like that. So I got pulled for those. But whenever they have the parties around here, there's a lot of you'll see them doing the little nodding like this, where they'll be having drinks, stuff like that. So I got stopped by several of the guys, and they're like they're showing me they got a headache this morning. I tried to explain to them that if you're gonna drink at nighttime, that what you need to do before you go to bed, you need to try to down like a half a liter of water. That will alleviate that headache that you have when you wake up in the morning. So I don't know if you can see, can you see the solar hot water heater up on the top of that house there? Well, I actually made a suggestion to my builder. Originally we were going to do a solar hot water heater, then we shut down the idea of putting on a solar hot water heater. Then after going to Whirlbeck's, I decided again we're going to do a solar hot water heater, but I don't want to eliminate the option for having a powered hot water heater option as well. So my recommendation to my builder, and he accepted the recommendation, was that now we do both. It's going to be like a hybrid system. So we're going to use the solar hot water heater on the roof. Of course, we have to put it on the east side because of the restrictions inside the subdivision. We can't have it on the front of the house, which faces south, which would be the optimum place to actually put a solar hot water heater. So we're going to put it on the east side. It'll get enough for the day to give us some hot water temperatures. And then what we're going to do in the two main bathroom areas, we're going to actually have the multi hot water heater device inside there, the multi device, and we're going to dump out the solar hot water heater content into that line that's going into that. And in the event that we have multiple cloudy days, or we don't really have enough sun on the east side of the house to give us really good hot water from that device, we're going to have a backup. So all I got to do is flip a switch inside the bathroom, and then we'll have hot water from our electronic device. So we'll have the best of both worlds. Also, one more thing, I stopped by the office on the way in because I want to get the update on the new status of the map that shows orange and shows that lots are not for sale back there in the phase that we're actually building in. But the admin assistant wasn't, and she's actually out and about somewhere, and if I run into her, I'll ask her. But I want to get an answer and see if she's been in contact with the marketing division or the developer. So more to come on that. I think someone's on to me. You see this line right here? This line right here used to be way up here. You remember it was way up there before, and I used to walk underneath it. And then each day I've been walking back here, it's getting lower and lower and tighter and tighter. So I think they're trying to tell me they don't want me using the shortcut path anymore. And I'll ask and say, and that's no problem, I can take the long way. But I like going through the nature area back here with the natural vegetation and all kind of neat stuff back here. All right, maybe time for a new path. Anyway, I just ran into the two administrators. I told you they were out and about doing their walk around. And the two administrators, and that's Marites and Jessica, they both gave me the scoop. They got in contact with the marketing division, and what the deal is, all this property, remember all this back here, all this property back here, for all the 3 blocks and the surrounding of the 3 blocks and all that, the area, no man's land where I live back there. So the reason that is in a moratorium right now is because the developer doesn't want to offer up the pieces of land right now until the infrastructure is sound out here, which is basically getting the electricity and the PLDT internet infrastructure alive and well and working. So there is an active process going on now to get all this taken care of, which is a good thing. And hopefully it's done by the time we move in, which is between 8 and 10 months from now. So that's wonderful. It's wonderful news. So what I asked, I proposed to the administrators, I said, can you ask one more question? And that question would be, is it possible if people find a lot out here that they're interested in? Of course, they're not going to sell it to you, because if they sell you a lot, that means you have the rights to go ahead and start construction. And the developer doesn't want you to start construction without having all the available resources and utilities that you actually need. It would look bad against the developer. So I asked them if it's possible to ask marketing and the developer, if people find a lot out here, can they maybe put a deposit down on that lot with some type of a contingency that or an agreement, a formal agreement with the developer that they will not start construction until such time that there actually is all the utilities in place and operational. So they're going to get back with me on that, and I think that's a good compromise. I will update you when I get more information on that. So as you can see, to recap what's going on inside the pit, my contractor is down there and he's watering down all the columns as he should be, because this is a tip. And the tip of the day is, when you're pouring concrete for a build such as we have right here, is you want to continue to put water on the concrete that has been poured over a 14-day period. And that will be your beams, that will be your columns, and that will be the floor inside your house. As well as when they start doing the construction for the concrete hollow blocks. You want to do 14 days worth of wetting down that will assist with the curing process and avoid you having, it will give you strength and it will avoid you having defects like cracks inside your concrete. Also, the curing process will continue to the strength that we're looking to achieve, which is going to be approximately 28 days. So double the 14 to 28, and that's what we're looking for, a goal for strength. You also saw inside the pit, we have the guys that are doing the trenching for the PVC that's going to go from the sump area and all the drainage, and that's going to go to the cistern that you saw that those guys are continuing to dig down to China or the United States or whatever is directly beneath us there. So I turned my back for just a minute to do some editing in Bahay Kubo land up here in the home office, and I walk over there and I'm talking with my contractor, and I'm looking, I'm seeing all these concrete hollow blocks going down inside the pit down there, where they're actually starting the form of the sump facility. So I'm going to jump down in there real quick to see what that looks like. Okay, so now all the coconut, 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 and coconut over there. So I got all of them buried. Well, a lot of them are buried inside the container. Remember I had the 6 or whatever, however many containers I had. So I got the container buried under the ground. So that's not the permanent location. So if you're gonna ask the question, oh, why have you got them so closely spaced and things like that? Well, they're all, this is a temporary, because remember, all this is gonna be all dug up all out here. So I've actually got them inside the ground right now, so that they will retain moisture. I have mulch on there. I got it covered up, and that plastic will also help retain the moisture, and it will help contain the root ball. Because coconuts, in 6 months, you're going to be amazed. You see how tall this is right now? In 6 months, I expect this coconut to be about this tall right here, and just in 6 months. We'll see. You'll be able to watch the progress. So if anybody asks, these are temporary. You have my permission to jump in on the comment section so I don't have to, and just let them know that it's just there. And also, oh, I want to show you this. Remember the plant hospital? Remember I found that papaya? You see the papaya? It's still alive here. And this is the one that's with the little tiny, I don't even know if this coconut's gonna make it, but I stuck it in the side and it looked like it was gonna be dead because I only had like one tiny piece of root hanging off of it. Well, look how resilient this guy is, and actually he's starting to stand up straighter, and we're gonna give him some hope. So I give him a 80-20% chance of survival. And you got that from Dr. James. Okay, you remember Mr. Mango? The seed I planted from the mango that I made for my salad? Well, here's the seed. I just took them out. The water was a little bit dirty. You want to make sure that the mold doesn't start building up inside it. But you can start to see, we're actually starting to get some growth. You see right there? And oh, look all on the inside of here. So I don't know if you can see that very good. But it hasn't turned gray or anything. Sometimes if it starts turning gray, it will go bad. Remember I said it's like 1 or 2 out of 5 that will survive. It's kind of difficult with these sometimes. So we're going to put him back inside here. I'm going to add a little bit more fresh water, and we're going to let him sit out for another week. And if he actually has some roots that are starting to pop off of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually plant him in some potting soil, and then we'll get him in the ground. So you can see now with the scaffolding removed on this side, you can actually visualize the columns and how the basement is going to be set up in the walls, and then the floor goes across here. So once they get done pouring these and they take these off, then everything will look like you see right here, and they'll focus on the actual flooring inside the basement. So as you can see, we've got a light rain going on here, and it was right about the time that they were getting ready to start the mixer up and start mixing the concrete to pour in the columns. But before they did that, I actually started doing an inspection on each one of the alignments of the columns. Well, my contractor, he's gone for the day. He's having some sore throat issues, so he left it with his foreman down here to continue on without him. Well, when I was doing the inspection, I noticed one of the columns on the rear of the house, the second to the last one by the bedroom area, that column was actually off by about 4 degrees. So I identified it to the foreman, and they went and they corrected it. Now, most people probably would have never caught that. Even if they would have completed the build, most people probably wouldn't see it. But me, I could see it, and anything that's off a little bit, just a few degrees, 1 or 2 degrees, it would drive me crazy. And I would be thinking about that the entire time the house was built. So that's another reason why it's good to be on site and watch everything that's being done when your house is being built. So the rain stopped, and they started doing their pour. So So I can tell you, with the rain, the little bit of rain that we got, it dropped the temperature down here at least 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It is so comfortable out here right now. Anyway, this is the column right here that was way off, and they went back and corrected it. So anyway, they're continuing to do the sump area right here, but there's a couple of changes. And one of the reasons I say you need to be flexible is because when you're actually building stuff and you're looking at drawings and things like that, after things are starting to be built, you might want to change your idea about how you're actually building something. So case in point today is, do you remember over here, we had, this was supposed to be a storage unit between all these 4 columns here. This is a storage unit. This is all open. This is part of the big T. This was a storage unit. And this unit over here in the back was going to be, it's like the tool shed storage unit, and all of them will be lockable. Now, and this right here is the stairways. It's going to go, the stairways going up into the kitchen is going to go up 1 level, and this is going to be a platform, and then it's going to go up again up into the kitchen. So something I talked with my contractor today is an idea that came up. You know, I'll be doing a lot of work down here in the basement, in the workshop over here, and working on the vehicle inside here if I want to change the oil or something like that. I'm like, you know, it's going to be a pain to go to the comfort room upstairs every time I need to go to the restroom. So what we proposed is this whole area, this section, this perfectly sized area right here, we'll actually make this into a CR. Water closet, restroom, North America, whatever you want to call it. It'll have a toilet and a sink inside here. So what we'll do is we'll dig this out, and actually we'll make a separate septic tank right here from the septic tank that's on the back of the house, and it'll be buried underneath here, and then we'll have a washout where they can actually clean it. Which basically, for down here, you would need to do it for like 20 years. To clean out the septic tank down here. So I think this will be a perfect area right here, right on, because this wall will be the wall going up for the stairway. So you basically walk right inside of here, and from the platform up here, the platform is going to go above your head. But if you put the toilet right here, you would never hit your head over here because you'd be sitting down in this area. This would be a perfect place if you're working in the backyard, in the garden, everything like that, and you want to come in and clean up and things like that instead of going upstairs and dragging stuff into the house. This would be the place to do it right here. Well, it's about 10 minutes to 5, and the crew are done for the day. They worked really hard, and they got a lot of stuff done, and we've made a lot of progress. We have all 18 of the columns completed now. Tomorrow they will strip off those forms, and they will start doing cleanup inside the pit. They'll remove the remaining cocoa wood that they're using for the scaffolding, and it will look very clean tomorrow. It's basically going to be a cleanup, and they're going to continue to dig the trenches for the drainage system that's going to be inside of the basement. So lots of good stuff done today. And if you remember on Saturday, I gave a big shout out to Mike, who was a guest on Says Styles radio broadcast. He does vlogging also on YouTube. And Mike said some really kind things on Seth's show, and so I wrote a email to Seth, and I asked him if he wouldn't mind that I rebroadcast that small section of his episode, because you have to have permission to do these things on YouTube because there's all kinds of copyright stuff that you got to deal with. So anyway, he was very kind, and he wrote me back and he said, "Sure, James," he said, "go ahead and use it." So I'm going to close out today's segment with that radio broadcast. I'm going to rebroadcast that section inside there. And again, I want to thank Seth, and I want to thank Mike for including me on one of their episodes. So anyway, for today, if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up, please share, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow, which is going to be day 32 on the construction build here at Villa Feliz. So until then, you have a wonderful day.
And when I first started back in 2015, there was only a handful of guys doing it. You know, there were all the big players doing it, and I was the little fish. You know what I mean? I was the little fish in the pond. Now we got so many folks, and some of them are really good. We got these small channels, and some of them are really good. Just because you're a small channel doesn't mean you're not good. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's some small guys who are putting out great content, and I follow them. You know what I mean? I follow them. I watch their videos when I find the time, and it's fun, man. It's fun. It's entertaining. And, you know, personally, I love being part of this community. I think it's great. And, you know, we were talking about this earlier, Mike. It's a real community. Don't think this is only an online community. It becomes real the moment you start meeting real people. And I've met hundreds upon hundreds of viewers, subscribers, other YouTubers, and that's when it becomes real life. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's the whole point too. That's the thing. Meeting people, sharing ideas. Speaking about that small YouTubers, I'm going to put a plug out. What's it called? My Philippine Dream. My Philippine Dream. He's about a guy building a house. I don't know if you guys have seen that guy's channel. Fuck it.
I haven't seen it, but someone told me I need to check him out. I need to check out his channel. Yes, someone told me about it. I haven't seen it yet, though.
I'll tell you what, it's all about his building his house in Lipa. And I'll tell you what, it's very professionally done, eh? From the graphics to the way he does it. It's like a documentary. It really is.
Wow.
And
every day out, man.
Every day he posts an episode, things like concrete pouring and he's doing the foundations of his house at the moment. I'll tell you what, that's a good channel. No dramas, just what it's about, his little house build.
That's over awesome. Here. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, My PI Dream, that's it. Yeah, that Chris
Chris Lane says My PI Dream. Yeah. Okay, well I'll check him out. Thanks for shouting that out. I'm always willing to check out new channels. It's very cool. And like I said, everyone's got to start somewhere. Just because you're a new channel doesn't mean you don't put out good content, and vice versa. Just because you're an old channel doesn't mean you put out good content.